Breaking news from the Hawaii Tourism Authority. The agency just announced that Issac Choy, its Vice President of Finance and Acting Chief Administrative Officer, is now on leave pending the outcome of an ongoing investigation. Choy is accused of making a racist remark and creating a hostile work environment due to chauvinistic views toward women. In an interview this week with HNN, Choy denied the allegations. He told me he's not a racist and he doesn't know the definition of the word. HTA says it remains committed to ensuring the well-being of our dedicated staff and maintaining a safe, respectful, and transparent workplace. A 130